Howdy, y'all. So on the next episode of Ricky's Big World, we gonna spill all the tea. For some reason it possessed me to sit there and look at the cleaning supplies for the bathroom. I'm like, well, she likes to clean toilet. So
Back in the pizza world caverns, behind the test ovens, and in reality next to the bathrooms, it's Ricky's Big World.
And welcome to another edition of Ricky's Big World. How you doing, Miss Roxanne?
I'm doing great.
How was look here, y'all, if you don't see behind the scenes, if we don't do a blooper reel, well, we really should, but there's always something going on. So Cinco de Mayo just passed.
It did.
It did. Did you have a good time?
Mm-hmm.
Did you go out and eat traditional Mexican foods and things like that?
Yeah, we had some Mexican food, but we mostly just hung out.
Just hung out? Yeah. I do not go out on Cinco de Mayo, family, because it is crazy.
Really?
It is. It's crazy. I try to go into a restaurant, it's slam packed, and I don't wait more than 20 minutes.
That's fair.
And I can go home and cook it myself for that. So let me tell you about what happened back. A friend of mine has a talk show down in Columbus, Georgia, and because she was also a TV news anchor as well. And one day she had asked me, this is some years back, and one day she asked me to be on her show so that we can talk about Cinco de Mayo. So there were three of us there. And one of them was a Cinco de Mayo expert because she's from Mexico, and everything else. And why they asked me, I don't know, but it was like, hey, Ricky, what does Cinco de Mayo mean? And I said, well, it's Mexico won its independence, Cinco de Mayo. Wrong, Ricky. I said, what you mean wrong? That's not wrong. That's right. I stood my ground. I said, that is correct. I'm educated. I know it's wrong, Ricky. Oh, okay. Well, you tell me what it is then, Miss Lady. And she said it's independence of a village is in Mexico, not the whole country. I went, oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna fact check that because I don't know about that. But I was wrong, but it was fun. But I had to go to the back of the line because I got the question wrong. But they fed us. That was a good thing.
Well, that's good.
That's all. Man, if you feed me, I'm happy. I'll do anything just about. So that was
That's
it.
how we trapped you here.
Trap.
Blink twice if you're in danger.
I gotta do it in a secret style. Hold on. But also, Mother's Day.
Yeah.
What'd you do for Mother's Day? Did you have a good day?
Yeah, hung out with the kiddos.
No, the kiddos. Okay. You still happy to be a mama?
Yes.
Okay. All
Generally.
right. See, I don't understand, but the Mother's Day, them little kids and grown kids, they go all out for y'all. Father's Day, we don't get jack nothing. We might get a can of tuna.
A can of tuna?
Yeah, I got a can of tuna one year.
What?
But, yeah.
What kind of gifts does Jennifer get?
Okay, so I have learned from my mistakes. Just go ahead and let you know I have learned from my mistakes over the years. Because, all right, so number one, Jennifer and I, we got married on May 14th, which is every year is either on Mother's Day or a day before or after, right? Our anniversary. So we always having to share that day with Mother's Day. And normally I would separate the gifts, all that. One year, I don't know what possessed me to do this, Roxana, but I messed up. I messed up real bad. The husband code they should have taken my card away from me because...
I can only imagine.
I go to the dollar store. I'm like, okay, it is the night before Mother's Day. I don't have nothing. And, it took 9 months for her to bake that baby. And so I should have had 9 months to prepare every year. It's always Mother's Day. So the night before, they had like an hour before they closed. Don't judge. And
that's fair. You could have been very busy.
I could have been very busy. I wasn't. And so I walk in, and I'm like, okay, what am I going to get her? There's a card. That's real pretty. I read it, and I said, okay, yeah, Happy Mother's Day. And I'm looking around. I said, oh, it's got pretty little bags and a pretty little this and all that. And I said, oh, that's fluffy and stuff. She'll like that too. But then I didn't have the gift, and I was looking around at some things. And I said, she want a picture frame? No, she don't want a picture frame. And I go all the way to the back. For some reason it possessed me to sit there and look at the cleaning supplies for the bathroom. I'm like, well, she likes to clean toilet. So
Ricky.
I was,
My mouth dropped.
so I was like, I know, I smelled your breath. So I was sitting there looking, and I was like, well, there's a toilet brush that's real cool, and it's kind of pretty, it's pink, and it'd be real nice. And I said, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. What am I thinking? That's dumb. Don't do that. So what does my bright self do? Again, I should have lost my husband card. Is I go and find this beautiful bowl. We still have this bowl today. And it's about yay big, yay this, and it's used as a grease trap now. But when I bought it, I had these big plans to do with it. And all of a sudden I hear, ding, the store will be closing in 15 minutes. You know, I'm like,
Now
oh.
you're on a timer.
I'm like, uh-oh, I better hurry this up. So I'm walking around. I was like, okay, I do want the bowl, but what am I gonna do? I put flowers in? No, I can't put flowers in. I was looking at Jello packs, and I was like, I can make us some Jello, slap that in there. No, that wasn't gonna do. She likes certain candies, but she has celiac disease, so she can't just eat anything
Yeah.
from there. And so all of a sudden, I'm like, I hear ding. You have 2 minutes before the store is closing. I went, oh Lord, I got to get over there. So I went down the section's got the crackers and the chips and all that, and I said, okay, she likes macadamia nuts, peanuts. She likes this. I bought a whole thing of just like nuts in the packages, and I put them in that bowl, and I said, oh, that's pretty. And then I could walk over there and I grab some saran wrap and the pink kind, and I grab that pack and I go home, and so I buy all that stuff. I go home and I take the saran wrap and I put the bowl on top of the saran wrap and I push it up, and I made this real pretty little bowl on the top, and then I took look, I'm creative, okay? So I took the hair dryer and I did that so that the saran wrap tights, so it's real pretty packaging and stuff. Put a little bow on there, and wrote a little nice little pretty, I love you, you're my favorite, and I think I actually put you my favorite baby mama. I shouldn't have done that. So anyway, so I put the card right there and I give it to her, and she was all excited about it, and she opened it up and she's like, okay, peanuts. Mm-hmm. And she said, I love it. To this day, she will still tell you how wonderful of a present that is. But somehow,
She's a saint.
stop with that saint stuff. Y'all get on my nerve there. But somehow there's a crack in the bowl now. So I don't know if that'll be forever the crack in my marriage for that, or if I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. I admit it. I really went. I repented.
I love that you literally gave her peanuts.
I gave her.
It's not a metaphor when it comes to you.
Actually, that's what I'm saying. I learned my lesson. Or I learned my lesson. So every year on Mother's Day, I do something extra special for her. I cook for her, clean for her. She's not the kind of woman that she's not materialistic. So every time I ask her, what would you like to have? She's like, I really don't want anything. She doesn't wear jewelry because of her job. She's not materialistic. So what I have started to do is I'm actually doing events, life experiences as gifts. So this Mother's Day, what I did was I shopped around at different, all through the state of Iowa, and I found coffee houses that we've never been to. So we're going to take road trips around Iowa.
That's so cute.
It ain't cute. It's trying to save my life, and my marriage. So we're going to be taking road trips around Iowa for coffee, because she loves coffee. And so she says she loves that idea, experience as a gift instead of a trinket that's just going to sit on the thing.
I agree with that. Experiences are so many more memories than just something that sits around and maybe gathers dust.
Memory of a clean toilet good too. I mean, that would have been fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that gift, but I'm glad I veered away from that and got the peanuts.
I will say the peanuts are definitely an upgrade.
Okay, now here's the thing about Southern women, or Southern folks, period, but I learned this from my grandmama, is in the South, we actually, to settle your stomach and some other things, you take peanuts and you put it into a soda. Now, what's real popular in the South, may not be so other places is RC. So if you put peanuts in an RC and then close the lid for a minute and reopen it again, you drink it settles your stomach when you have the bubble guts and stuff.
So it's originally supposed to be an RC?
No, Coca-Cola is a big one.
I was going to say, I've heard of it in Coca-Cola. I didn't know it settled your stomach. I knew it was like something people did because I thought it made it taste better.
No, it's medicinal.
I had no idea.
It's medicinal. It's magic.
But I didn't know it was. Gosh, I haven't heard RC in so
Oh
long.
Yeah, I mean,
do they have that out here?
Yeah, some of the convenience stores.
Oh, okay.
I've seen RC, but
it's not very popular.
No, RC. But and Jennifer actually used to work for RC as in the accounting department when we were dating.
Oh, really?
That because there was an RC plant there.
Oh, okay.
But no, but if you put the peanuts in there and just plain old salted regular peanuts, you just put them in, pour them in there, the whole pack, and it'll settle to the bottom, float, whatever, and you slowly sip on it and makes your stomach feel better. Now you might get bubble gut and be tooting all over the place. I'm just saying. So.
Well, that works.
It works.
That's cool.
But the thing is, though, Coca-Cola works too. But it doesn't matter to me. I prefer both of them. But I love good old Coca-Cola, which Coca-Cola actually originated in Columbus, Georgia, really not Atlanta.
Really?
Because my grandmama used to tell me that there would be the people from Coca-Cola, scientists would actually go around and to houses and offer samples of Coca-Cola. And of course, Coca-Cola had something else in it at the time back then.
I think we've all heard those stories.
Mm-hmm, and it's true. It's true because they believed that it was medicinal. And so.
I mean, the Midwest, or at least Iowa, a lot of people prefer Pepsi. I see a lot more Pepsi around than Coca-Cola, but I'm a Coca-Cola girl.
I'm Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Pepsi's good too. Don't get me wrong. Now, I like Diet Pepsi over to Diet Coke. I don't like Diet Coke.
Really?
I like Diet Pepsi better.
Fair.
And you put that cherry stuff in it. Oh Lord, that's good too. But yeah, you get you some peanuts and pour it into your Coke, your RC, whatever, and sip on it, and that'll help your stomach. Now, like I said, you be burping all over the place and you get toots and stuff. Don't say nothing. I'm just saying you might want to do it at home. Don't be coming over here, Pizza World, and messing up the environment.
We've learned so much from you.
Is that what you did? You learned?
Well, yeah, we've learned about placing pennies for spirits, and now we've learned about medicinal properties of peanuts and Coke.
Well, I'm so glad I educated you. There you go.
We could change this to educational.
I'm sure that the Board of Medicine will surely approve of that, right? I did want to go to medical school one time.
You did?
I did. My first year in college, Columbus State University, which used to be Columbus College when I started. I love kids when they do that, just run on by. I see. If it was me back then, I would have put my hands up and done like the rabbit ears.
Fair.
But the Columbus College, I started biology pre-med, and it was great. I wanted to be a good old country doctor. I didn't want to do, major big city stuff. I wanted to be out in the country and help. People couldn't really afford to go to places that's high dollar. What? Do what?
I love that.
No, I love it too. I might be broke, but it'll be all right. But what happened was, for some reason, the program decided to alienate everybody by saying, hey, how about we have an insurance class? Let everybody learn what the insurance process is and all that. Half the people dropped out of the pre-med program. Me, one of them. Because they were talking about...
No.
Huh?
You were like, no.
Well, they were talking about how, the insurance companies, they rule the medical doctor can't do this without the insurance company. I mean, it was a very bad idea. And so I said, no. My mom was so disappointed because she was telling everybody, my baby gonna be a doctor. My baby gonna be a doctor. Nope. Not this one.
Look where you ended up. You're a movie star and a radio host, and you have a podcast.
I'm trying to figure out where this term movie star come from. That's what I want to know.
You can keep denying it,
I-
but
I-
it is what it is.
I'll agree with you about the radio. I love the radio. I'm really loving the podcast thing. That's really good. Oh my goodness, look at that Big World. Pizza just came out. I think it's huge. I love the radio. I love doing films and movies and stuff. But anybody ever heard of Ricky Bartlett? Not yet.
They will after this.
Is that right? Okay. Producer Roxana said that.
You gonna be famous?
Is I gonna be famous? Oh Lord, this is sweet Jesus. Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So the Big World, y'all, the pizza here at Pizza World, the Big World is how big is that thing? It's huge.
So right before we started filming, we should clarify where this is coming from. We had somebody place a Big World order, and one of our employees was throwing the dough for this Big World, and it was
Oh, I saw.
massive. Yeah,
And she's a little thing too.
yeah, and the dough is huge. It's like as big as a toddler.
But the pizza weighs how much? 15 pounds?
Well, that's our competition, Big World. So
Oh, that's right. You
if-
do competitions too.
Yeah, so if it's just like a normal Big World that you're ordering, it's not going to be the full 15 pounds. Those we do for parties and big events.
Okay, so tell me about the competition pizza, or tell the family about that.
Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit, but the competition pizza.
You can talk about it again. I mean,
The competition pizza is 15 pounds total. So it's 5 pounds of cheese, 5 pounds of whatever toppings, and then 5 pounds of dough and sauce.
what I think is funny is how people trying to sit there and go, okay, I'm gonna do 5 pounds of mushrooms then, and then 5 pounds of mushrooms, that high because they weigh so little.
We
So
had one of the competitions, they did red onion. Yeah, and it was 5 pounds of red onion.
that don't weigh a lot either.
Same thing with spinach. Like, we'll make sure, because people are thinking like, oh, it's spinach, it'll cook. We will weigh that. We will make sure that you get all 5 pounds of spinach.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's a competition. We want to make sure that it's fair, and so it doesn't. But my favorite thing to ask people when they come in to do competitions is what their strategy is, because everybody has something else. Or something different, I should say.
Why you ask what strategy? The strategy is to win.
Yeah, I mean, strategy is, but some people want to dip their crusts, or one person will eat all the crust and another person will eat just the inside, or
That's right, because you can have up to 2 people
yeah,
can do it,
2 people.
but you have no limitations on how they eat it.
Correct. They just have to eat everything. Everything has to be gone. You can also, we've had people ask for ranch. Totally fine if you want to dip it in ranch, but all of the ranch that you get also needs to be finished.
Well, that's just putting more room in your stomach, though. I wouldn't want that.
Like I said, people have asked for marinara to help it go down. Water, again, is another one where they'll try to drench the crusts.
But that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that one's pretty popular, especially because hot dog eating contests. I'm pretty sure that's how they get the button down on those. But the strategy is literally the most fun for me to discuss with people. I really want to do a podcast during a challenge. I think it'd be so fun for you and I to...
I think that's a great idea. Maybe we should, next time you get one, schedule it.
You and I can sit behind the camera. They can watch the entire contest, and you and I can just narrate.
Commentators like it's a sport.
We can talk to them beforehand and see what their strategy is. I think it'd be so fun.
Player number
So
one
if
is
you're
taking
listening
his
to
right
this and
hand.
you want to do a Big World contest and you want Ricky and I to be a part of it, email in, get a hold of us, because I'm down. DM us.
I could just.
It'd be so fun.
I'm getting excited about that.
It'd be cool.
Roxana don't get excited about too much, but she's getting excited about that Big World Challenge. And the bell.
Oh yeah,
They have an official boxing bell.
we do.
Yeah, and I got to ring it one time. I did a sad job of it. We'll go ding, 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 and then they start. And then they have how long?
30 minutes.
30 minutes to finish this off.
We haven't had anybody complete it, but we have had a lot of people come close, within a couple of slices. So
Couple of
I
slices.
would love to get some professional eaters in here. I think there are a few that could definitely take on this challenge and get it done.
I think the big folks like me, we probably wouldn't be able to do it. I think you get somebody real skinny, because it seems like with hot dog eating contests, it's always somebody skinny.
I think they just train. I think there's like specific training that goes into that.
Is
There
that
has
right?
to be, right? We need somebody. If you're listening and you do food contests for a career or a hobby, I would love to hear from you. Write in.
I heard you
DM
made
us
money
and
off
tell us
it.
about it.
I heard you can make money off of that, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You make money off a lot of things now.
But not a podcast. No, I'm playing. So you haven't had anyone win?
No, not yet.
Okay, because here's the thing. When you walk in the pizza world and you look and you turn to the right, you'll see the wall of shame and the wall of fame. Wall of shame, you're getting filled up. Wall of fame ain't got near one person on it.
And they get, like, you'll get the pizza for free. You'll get a medal, like a medal for each person and a t-shirt. And then you get your picture on the wall of fame.
I think
And
the,
you'd probably be one of the only ones up there.
I think the first
Give it our-
person who does, they need to blow that thing up.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Because I've been here during the competitions, and it is crazy. And they're all excited when they're doing it. And then, as time goes, because, again, you're given 15 minutes? No,
They get 30.
30. You give 30 minutes for two people to eat the pizza. You'd think that would be easy. But I notice that as time starts to dwindle, you start hearing the
Oh, they go
complaining.
slow.
Oh, Lord, my stomach hurt. Lord, I got to go to the bathroom. Are they allowed to use the bathroom?
No, they cannot get up.
I didn't.
Once you get up, the challenge is over.
There's another detail I didn't know about.
Yeah, so if you need more water or anything like that, one of the staff or one of your friends can definitely help you out. But
Okay.
there's no getting up for the challenge.
Where Depends, and I think Depends needs to be our sponsor for today. There you go.
It depends if you're out there listening.
Hey, here's my thing. If you're serious about that challenge, I'll be wearing Depends. I will wear the mess out of them.
Yeah. A lot of people come in and do it like with buddies. It's just like a fun thing. And I love that too. Like I love that some people are just in it to have a good memory, like a good core memory with your buddies. And that's cool too.
Okay, that's all good and everything, but if I'm talked into doing this and my stomach's about to explode and I got 2 pieces left, I'm going to cuss you out. I can't believe you got me doing this, John. I can't believe I'm going to let you have it when we get in that car.
It's a lot of the crust, I think, is what slips people up.
Can you request the thickness of the crust?
No.
So you can't say I want ultra thin?
No.
I don't know. But what do you put on it? Do you put that thick stuff or just plain old regular in the middle?
What do you mean, like the dough?
The-
like the way that we toss it?
Yes, the crust.
It's just normal.
Okay, so it's just...
It's just that it's a very big pizza.
Mhm.
So it's a lot of crust.
Well, it'll be 15 pounds.
Yeah.
That's
It's-
like... Now,
it's a lot of bread.
the regular...
You know what's surprising?
Never
That
mind. I was going to say
I'm
something, but
so
it's all right. Go
sorry.
ahead.
I'm so sorry.
No,
I
let's
just
go
thought
ahead
about
because it says Roxanne in the big world, but go ahead. It's all right.
I guess
Hold on.
you're right.
Let me
talking a
remind
lot.
myself real quick of something, but...
I'm talking a lot this episode. I'm sorry.
Place.
Besides the crust, the number one thing that people are like, oh my gosh, the cheese is what really gets people.
Well, and it's the same buffalo.
Yeah, but it's 5 pounds of it. So you have to. Put
I
it
didn't
into
think about
perspective.
that.
And I don't either. And so when I hear all these people be like, oh, it's the cheese that got me, it's the cheese that got me, I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
But it has to be 5 pounds of
It
cheese.
is 5 pounds of that mozzarella.
So, I know that you guys sell your the Big World to just anybody, right? So how
Yeah,
much? How
like
much is
the
a Big
normal
World?
ones.
A regular Big World.
A regular big roll, it's around $30.
Okay,
It's not, even the challenge is about $40.
I wouldn't think so because of how much you're putting on it.
I know. And you get to keep everything. You pay for it. So if you don't finish that challenge, all that pizza goes home with you. And it's only $40 for 2 people. So really, you could split that. It's $20 each to do this challenge.
Well, and given the price of pizzas, just regular pizzas, other places and things like that. I mean,
Yeah.
you think about it, that right there is huge. I mean, the pizza is about the size of this table, ain't it?
Oh yeah, it is the size of this too.
Yeah, it's the size of the table.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
you
mean,
can
we don't
see.
even we don't even really have room in the back when we make it
So,
on our
yeah.
prep tables. You have to hold the pizza to like add toppings and stuff because it's too large for the prep tables.
You don't have. Did you ever watch Still Magnolias?
Still Magnolias? No.
All right. So on Still Magnolias, I had this part where the aunt, I think it was the aunt, was making a cake for the groom, and Dolly Parton and Sally Fields, all they were looking at the cake, and they were like, "Oh, that's very nice." And she says, I could make a snake. I really want to. No, it was an armadillo. It was an armadillo cake, and when you hack into it, it looks like it was bleeding. And she's like, "Well, I really could have made a snake, but I just don't have the counter space for the snake." And what you just said that about you ain't got the counter space for the big world. I believe it.
Yeah, that's literally.
I believe it. So the regular big world, one of them just went out. I just saw somebody take one out, and that's impressive.
Yeah.
But to see the competition big world, it's just like it floors me how much this thing, how large pizza is, how thick it is. Every time I see them eat it, I'm looking at it like, how are you doing this? Even the ones who get so close, like 1 or 2 slices, how are you doing this?
It's easy. It's hard. Like when you take pictures or a video of that pizza, you look at it and you're like, oh, that's nothing. It's just pizza. It looks like an extra large pizza. But it's not till it's sitting in front of you. It's really hard to catch the scale of this thing. Like it's not till you're sitting in front of it and you take one slice out to eat it and you realize this is gonna end poorly.
Well, normally you guys feed me during the podcast.
I know.
And so
there's a big game on this afternoon, and we got through a rush.
Once again, normally y'all feed me during the podcast, and I don't see nothing here. But normally when they'll put in a whole pizza, right?
Yeah.
And I only can eat maybe 1 or 2 slices of that pizza that y'all bring out, and it's just, and to imagine eating that big world is just huge. And I was kind of questioning, well, why do y'all want to call it Ricky's Big World? Because am I just this big old fat chunky thing as big as the pizza thing? Is that the reason why? No.
I think it tied into it has 2 meanings. So the first meaning is our big world pizza, obviously. And then the second one
Fat
is
Ricky. All right, go ahead.
Your world experiences. Like your world is so big. You do so much. It's so interesting. We haven't even got into a lot of your life. Like,
no.
Not even a quarter of it. Like, not only are you a radio host and you do television and movies and you're a double-A amputee, like, you've lived so many places, not just Georgia or Iowa, like Seattle, and didn't you live in Africa?
Mm-hmm.
Like there is so
been to
much.
India.
Yeah, and so like it really is Ricky's big world. Like we're gonna get into all of that during these podcasts.
Let me tell you something. That if we ever do one talking about India, that's gonna be an experience right there. That was crazy.
We'll have to do an episode about that.
About India.
About.
I think I think that'll be fine. And just before getting out of Georgia, all the mess, and especially when I go back down and visit my family and everything else, because I know we're talking about Cinco de Mayo, we're talking about Mother's Day, and my auntie Wiggs, her son Jed, my cousin, Jed told me, he said, you know what, I was thinking about my mama for Mother's Day, and I thought about you and the peanut bowl that you got your wife, and I said, you know what, maybe I wonder if my mama might like that. And I told him, I said, you can't be giving Auntie Wiggs no peanut bowl like that. Number one, she just bought them teeth. Okay, you can't be having her crunchy on them peanuts and break her brand new teeth. She's gonna be mad at you and throw a wig at you. And he was like, well, I thought about something else, and I said, why don't you get her something for the shop that she might like, because again, she owns a wig shop. And so what does this fool do? He goes, and this gift worse than mine, he goes to the dollar store and buys her a bag of rubber bands so that people can put their wig up on a nail in the house. And I said, well, how you gonna do that? Oh, well, you can take it and you can push up the hair and you can wrap it around like that and tie it and then just hang it on the hook right there. And I said, man, how did your mama take that? And he said, I ain't giving it to her yet because I was scared. I said, well, what did you do for Mother's Day? I took her out to eat. And I said, there you go. I said, just take the rubber bands back, Get your store credit or whatever it is that you need.
I feel like that he was trying to think.
He was not trying. I was trying more with the peanut bowl than anything. I mean, if anything, he should have went over there and just got the toilet bowl stuff. Then that would have been a good stuff. I mean, get the brush.
Some good things at the dollar store.
Get the blue. The dollar store, y'all here? We need a sponsor. That'd be good right there. A dollar store sponsor. I like the dollar store. They got cups and dishes. If you ain't got no dishes in your house, there's stuff right there.
They have the perfect holiday decorations.
They got the holiday. But my favorite section of the dollar store though
What?
is the kitchen utensils, because I like cooking with wood spoons and wood. I don't like plastic.
Okay.
And so, or metal. I like metal or the wood ones. I really like the wood utensils. And a lot of places, they want these high dollar price for wood utensils. I can go to the dollar store and just get them, on the cheap.
Wow.
And they last.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I don't like the plastic ones because, I really don't trust plastic too much, and because of the issue, especially when you heat plastic up.
Yeah.
And I don't put it in the microwave. I don't do all this other stuff. Plus, I ain't about to mess up my fried chicken and put it in the microwave anyway. So, it's fine. But that is. But
seems sacrilegious to do that.
It is. You mess with the chicken. I mean, we already had this conversation about chicken one time, okay? So, you cannot sit there and mess with chicken. Jed messed with chicken one time. It was actually on Mother's Day, back in the 90s, all right? And this fool messed up a whole entire barbecue pit of chicken one time because he... Hold on.
Getting upset just remembering it.
Bless the chicken. We lost a lot of chickens that day. So he goes and decides that what he's going to do is take the chickens and he bleach watered them. All right, now there's some people around to be doing that, and I'm just trying to figure out what the mess are you doing. So he not only, because he's a fool, and he not only did he bleach water the chicken, he put dish detergent in the water and started washing the chicken like that too. And I said, boy, you better stop that mess. And so when they threw the chicken into the barbecue sauce and all that, yeah, and then they put it on the grill, it started bubbling with soap. So soap was coming out of the chicken like it was tooting all over the place. Poppity pop, 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 pop. And if you were standing near that grill and that pit area right there, you were getting splashed with barbecue sauce. Pop, 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 pop. And you talking about some holy women that were there from the church? They were like, no, today is not my baptism day for no barbecue sauce and holy water soap. You out your mind. And then when it was all said and done and they started trying to eat on it, bleach and soap is what the taste they got. Messed up all that chicken. Had to be thrown out because it seeped on it. That's nasty. It's not sacrilegious. It's nasty.
I said ill.
Yeah, that was nasty. So he's not in charge of eating no chicken or making the chicken no more because he can't. He can make a mean bowl of grits, but anyway, Mother's Day seems to be the bad day for him. And he ain't got no wife because ain't no woman gonna want him. And when he does have one, they gone in 2 weeks. So he don't know nothing about no Mother's Day on that end either. So but the problem is he gonna sit there and question what I do. And I said, I've been with Jennifer too long. No, we ain't doing that. I know what to do.
And no more peanuts.
I know what not to do now. But we'll have a lovely bowl. And
that's just as much as the gift as the peanuts were.
But you know what I use that bowl for? Either cereal that I eat, or
I love that you use the bowl.
Jennifer won't use the bowl. I was like, woman, I got this bowl for you. What you mean you're not gonna use it? So you got a colander, and you put French fries in the colander so what I do is I take the colander and I sit it on top of that bowl, and I put French fries that I make, fried in grease. I love it. Throw it in that bowl, let the grease drip on into the real pretty gift bowl, and then that's it. So that's my grease trap.
At least you still use it to this day.
I still use it, even though it's got a crack in it.
There you go.
And I think I told Jennifer, I said, I don't know where that crack came from. I said, I don't know if you threw it across the room one day or something, but it's ceramic, so I'm surprised it didn't shatter. And then she said, well, probably from the heat from the grease that you put it in there. I said, maybe, but I don't put peanuts in it no more. And I told her, I said, and by the way, did you not eat the peanuts? And she said, oh, yeah, they were so. I said, okay, it was the gift it gave. So
It's
there you
about
go.
the thought.
Is about the lack of the thought. I have to admit, I was so wrong for that one. I apologize, fellas. If you're watching and listening, please don't do that. Don't go to the dollar store. I mean, you can go to the dollar store, but please don't buy no bowl and put no peanuts in it, wrap it up in saran wrap, and think that you did something good. Okay, please don't do that, because if you do that, you risking sleeping on the ground, on the couch, outside, in the car, wherever, out of state. You really risking your marriage.
That was a good PSA.
Is that a good? What's the worst gift you ever gave or got for Mother's Day?
That I ever got?
Yeah, well, give to you. Got a mama?
What gift? I'm pretty good at giving gifts. Like, I get pretty thoughtful.
She's good at giving gifts. Okay. Well, I guess we all need to learn from Roxana.
I'm trying to think of, like, legitimately, like, a last
Well,
minute.
you got kids. What's the worst gift you got?
I mean, they're very small children, so I love everything that they do. They usually make me a card.
Okay,
And they
all right.
color it in and stuff like that.
You want to hear what my auntie got for her Mother's Day from one of my cousins when we were kids? A piece of boo-boo wrapped in newspaper.
No, you didn't.
The little child just reached in that toilet and just grabbed boo-boo and put it in on a thing. He was like 5, and he grabs boo-boo, puts it on like you know, fish markets, how they put the fish into the newspaper. He decided to just reach on in there, grab that, slap it on in there, roll it up. Here, mama. Okay, didn't season it, salt it, nothing. Just hand it straight on to her. And to this day, I call him Boo Boo Fisher.
That is so...
That's just,
But he was just 5.
and
I mean, it's very disgusting.
And as old as he is now, he's still not too bright either. This is not Jed. This is a whole other side of the family, too. And it's the same child that will sit there and ride around and put boo-boo in the toy cars and ride around it. Ooh, look, I ain't got no G.I. Joe, but I sure got the boo-boo man. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go to the gas station. Uh-oh, let's go on to the grocery store there. Boo-boo.
I think we have more family members to uncover in another episode now.
I think we too, because I'm getting exhausted now. I ain't had no food, and I'm just tired. I have no energy. And I think it's time to go. You need to tell them people to bring me my food. I mean, I'm just, Lord have mercy. I'm just tired, okay?
We'll eat as soon as we stop recording.
Is that right? Okay, well, that ain't do us no good,
It got a
because
little busy.
I wanted y'all to see how amazing. It is busy. It's
It is
messing
very
here.
busy. It got very, very busy, and I think they just probably got a little behind in the kitchen, and that's okay.
Heather, I ain't getting no food or nothing. I ain't getting no. Do you see any food there? Oh no! See, we done with the podcast now.
You just wanted me to bring you some?
Do you see the timer on this thing? Yeah, we done now. Okay,
You got 1 minute left?
we got one. Yeah, we got like a minute left. And what you?
I thought you were going to tell me what you wanted.
We could bring you a crouton on a plate.
Oh, please bring me a crouton. Run. Grab me a crouton. I want y'all to see how beautiful the crouton is. This is gourmet croutons. Hurry now, here, cause we only hurry now. Oh, come on.
Just trying to get a glove on.
Church it up too. Don't make it no regular looking crouton, but make it pretty now. Oh, okay. No paper plate. We got real plate.
See, again, we always talk about the authenticity here, but like, you know, the food that comes out isn't staged. It's not prepped. We have no idea what we're getting, and unfortunately, we had a rush, and this was just life. Oh, she gave me
Okay.
5.
So here is the lovely croutons at the Pizza World, and they are so good. Let me show you how crunchy they are. That's delicious.
They are actually
lovely. Would you like a crouton, Roxanne? Hurry up, man. Not good, huh?
They are actually.
All right, look here. This is Ricky's Big World. I'm gonna leave the light on for you, so you know, make sure you see that front porch all lit up, okay? Until next time, bye. Okay, I'm gonna eat me another one here. I'm gonna starve to death, big as I am. I'm trying to eat something. You couldn't bring me no pizza, no like that. I'm gonna walk your
We'll
mind.
get you something right away, Mr. Bartlett.
Do what?
We'll get you something right away, Mr. Bartlett.
I appreciate it. I'm trying to figure out. I mean, normally y'all on point today, but not for real.
Customers have to come first, sir.
I feel so weak and tired. I mean, just oh Lord.